Hello, fellow YouTube viewers. It's Rob here, and I thought I'd come to you to show you a little something I just picked up. Um, our local gun and pawn shop posts things on Facebook and new arrivals that they get into their store, and of course, I follow that, and it cost me a lot of money, so uh, it's good for them, but not so good for me. But actually, this is something that I'd been looking at and I've been curious about, and I wanted to try. So when I seen they had some of these in stock, I went out and purchased it. But what I have here today is the Ruger LCP2, the light rack in 22 long rifle, and I literally just come home with it. This is how it come in the box. So we're going to do a little unboxing and look at it and give you my first initial impressions, and then we'll take it out a little later and shoot it and try it out and see how well it shoots. All the videos I've watched on YouTube are pretty favorable for this little gun, so it's something that I want to try. I really don't own any small concealable handguns other than my Bond Arms Derringer, which I've had a few issues with, but so I thought I'll try something else. I know that's going from one extreme to another, to go from a 2-shot 357 Magnum to a 10-shot 22 long rifle, but I've been looking at these a while, so I decided to pick one up. So what you get in the case, basically your gun comes in this plastic bag. It has a chamber flag in it. Inside the box you get a little Ruger branded holster. Feels like it's neoprene. Let's take this flag out and see what this looks like in the holster. Oh, nice snug fit. Gives you room to get your fingers on. When you draw it, you can actually just push it off with your middle finger. So you get the holster and a loading tool. I haven't loaded this magazine yet, so I don't know how difficult it would be to get 10 rounds in it. But it may be kind of hard to do if they included a loading tool. Gun lock. Inside here you get your manual. Get your manual. It's something about it. Joining the NRA. Thank you for purchasing Ruger. And a Ruger decal. Yeah, I have several of those already. So, and that's what's in the box. So that's not very interesting what's in the box. So let's take a look at the gun itself. So the pistol is really lightweight. It does have a 10-round magazine, and it is a metal magazine. Like I said, excuse me, I haven't loaded it yet, so I don't know how difficult it will be to get 10 rounds of 22 ammunition in there. It does have a magazine disconnect, so even with it on fire, it locks up the trigger. You cannot pull the trigger on this gun without a magazine in it. So, and the magazine has this little extended butt plate, which allows you to get 2 fingers on it. I wear a size large glove, so I can get 2 fingers easily, and that pinky finger just kind of dangles there. The safety's a little different in that you push it back to engage it. That's safe. You can see it's marked with a little S. But in looking at it at the gun store, it's really intuitive to just push that forward, and it's very easily done. It takes very little force to put that on fire. So that should not be an issue of just putting this gun into action. It's the sights on are kind of minuscule, so I don't know how. There's kind of what your sight picture looks like. It is a hammer-fired gun, and I'm not sure how the disassembly works on this one. I may have to watch a YouTube video to see how to disassemble this gun. But I assume this pin just pulls out at some point. Let's see if we can figure it out here. There's probably a area along this track where, now I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look in the manual to see how to disassemble it. Should have done that beforehand so we could have looked at it inside. But overall, my impressions of the gun, it's super thin. It's really thin, and it actually feels pretty good in the hand for being no thicker than it is. Has a stainless steel barrel, and it's kind of a flared barrel on the end. Guess it acts kind of like a bushing to tighten it up there. Just a slick made little gun. Ruger has been coming out with some fairly innovative products in the last few years. The trigger on these are greatly improved over the old LCP. I know you're not supposed to dry fire a 22, but this one is unloaded. Actually, it's never been loaded, so let's check out the trigger pull. So you got quite a bit of take up right there. So there's really no resistance to that point. Then you get to a wall, and let's see, safety's on. Okay, let's try this again, maybe. So you get to the wall, and it's not super light. I'm guessing it's probably 5.5, maybe, probably around the 5.5 pound mark. It's got a nice clean break. There's no mush to it. It breaks. But it's probably around the 5.5 pound mark, which is not a bad area to be in for something that you're going to carry in your pocket potentially. Yeah, overall, I'm very pleased with the fit and finish of the gun. It just seems like it's going to be a quality made little firearm. I'm really curious about the disassembly on that. Usually they have a semicircular notch that allows, but I'm not seeing that anywhere along that track. I'm gonna have to research that. We'll get back to it on a disassembly video, because there's nothing on this side to push the pin out. So we'll have to figure out how to do that. May have to actually read an owner's manual for once. But nice stippling on the grips. It's got it's not rough, but it allows you a decent purchase on the handgun. And without the extension in, you're basically a one-fingered gun. So that little extension on the magazine really makes a difference as far as the grip of it. I mean, if you had a flat base floor plate in this, it would be a one-finger gun, which it's 22, so that shouldn't be something you couldn't handle. I know there's a lot of little mini revolvers and stuff out there that have basically a one-finger grip that people shoot all the time, so I wouldn't see that as being a problem. But as small as the gun is, that little extra on the magazine is a nice plus. And it's a nice addition to the length of it. But overall, very nice little gun. I'm going to figure out how to take it apart here in a minute. And take it apart, lube it up. And if it doesn't start raining here in the next few minutes, I'm going to take it outside and put a few rounds through it. Some different types of ammunition, and see what it does. But I'll get back with you. we'll do a video of it being shot and take a look at it. I appreciate you all watching, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate every subscriber. I'm trying to grow my channel and put out some good information and give everybody a working guy's kind of look at some of these firearms that you can go find a lot of videos on, but a lot of them are just fluff videos that because they were given the gun and they review it and it's just another gun to them. This is something I worked and went out and bought, and so my review is an honest review. There's nobody giving me anything. So I appreciate each and every one of you watching, and have a good day, and God bless.